let us discuss what is elastic limit. On a body, when external force is applied, it undergoes deformation. Okay, and on removal of external force, body returns to its original shape. Okay, so when we apply external force on the body, it deforms, it undergoes deformation, and on removal of external force, body returns to its original shape. But for a given section, there is a limiting value of a force up to and within which the deformation entirely disappears. See, the deformation entirely disappears on removal of the force. Okay, so the value of stress corresponding to this limiting force is called elastic limit. Understand? On a body, when we apply any external force, the body will deform, and when on the removal of external force, it will get its original shape, original size, original length, original volume, whatever. But for a given section, there is a limiting value of a force. Okay, there is a limiting value of a force up to that force and within that force. The deformation entirely disappears on removal of the force. So that force related, or that force corresponding the stress, okay, the value of stress corresponding to this limiting force is called elastic limit. Clear? Now let us discuss Hooke's law. So according to Hooke's law, it states that within elastic limit, the stress is proportional to the strain. Okay, according to Hooke's law, we can state that within elastic limit. So from the statement, we can understand that these law can be applied only on elastic material. So with then also there will be elastic limit. Without elastic material, there will no any elastic limit. That's why these law can be applicable on only on elastic material. Within elastic material, within elastic limit, the stress is proportional to the strain. So we can write in this way: stress proportional to strain. So we can equate by providing a constant. So that constant is known as modulus of elasticity of a material, and that constant bears different value for different material. Constant value E as constant value for different material. Okay, now modulus of elasticity. So what is modulus of elasticity? It is also known as Young's modulus. Okay, so it is the intensity of stress which causes unit strain. That's why we can write it: modulus of elasticity is equal to stress upon strain, sigma over epsilon. We can derive that from this also. Okay, actually it is derived on from this. Okay, here modulus of elasticity is equal to stress over strain. That's why we know that unit of stress is Newton per meter square, and unit of strain, no unit. Okay, there is no any unit, it is unitless. That's why the modulus of elasticity, its unit will be the unit of stress itself, and it is Newton per meter square, or Newton per mm square, or kilonewton per meter square. Okay, whatever. So it is the unit of modulus of elasticity. SI unit will be in the same way. SI unit will be Pascal. Okay, as we all know, 1 Pascal is equal to 1 Newton per meter square. Okay, so generally the modulus of elasticity for different material is provided in Pascal. Okay, for example, mild steel, for example, mild steel has modulus of elasticity is equal to 200 into 10 raised to 3 Newton per mm square, or we can write it as 200 gigapascal. Okay, 1 gigapascal is equal to 10 raised to 3 megapascal. Okay, and 10 raised to 3 megapascal will be equal to 10 raised to 3 Newton per mm square. So modulus of elasticity for mild steel MS ranges between 200 gigapascal to 210 gigapascal. Okay, so this is the range of modulus of elasticity for mild steel. So in this way, for different materials there will be different modulus of elasticity. Okay, its constant value.